Jethro Tull, Aqualung. The only time I've ever heard of Jethro Tull was when they beat Metallica in the Grammys in the 90s. I feel like I've never heard a Jethro Tull song in my life. Maybe I have in passing. I think what's more of an accurate statement is that I wouldn't be able to hum a tune of Jethro Tull to save my life. I'd be a goner. So here we are. We're gonna watch Aqualung, and like I always say in these videos, if you want to watch this music video and you want to hear the song for the first time uninterrupted, I've included the original link directly below in the description. You can watch it. But for this video, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna stop and talk about things. So, you know, if you're interested in that, keep watching. Here we go.
Hey, sitting on the pumpkin stool, I little girls with bad intent.
Wait, what did he say? Eyeing girls with bad intent?
I little girls with bad intent.
Eyeing little girls with bad intent. You sure we should be listening to this? Sitting on the park bench, eyeing little girls with bad intent. I don't know if I really like where this is going, but let's continue. I'm guessing it's some kind of artistic choice of words. I'm sure that's not what he really wants to do, but I don't know. Okay, so it's about like a predator, I'm guessing.
He's crying in the cold sun, watching as a friendly.
So I listened to Supertramp for the first time not too long ago, and I was making a comment about 70s rock, and it's all got that same vibe to me. You know, it's really quirky. Musically, it fits right in. It's got that progressive sound. This guy right here so far is singing at a very attainable range for most. Obviously, he's a lot more musical because he's playing while singing. I don't know about you, but I always feel like there's more pressure for a vocalist who fronts a band to have like this enormous range when he's not contributing anything else. It's like your job is to sing. You better come with a big voice, man. Especially if you're fronting a band like this, or like, you know, a progressive band that has a lot of good players. But maybe that's just unnecessary pressure I put on myself, because this guy, it sounds awesome. And there's intention behind it. A lot of intention.
Sun streaking clouds, I know now, wandering lonely, taking time the only way he knows.
See, now that sounded so pitch perfect to me that it almost sounded like there was auto-tune on his voice. And it just goes to show that, you know, they were doing it natural for so long. How did that happen? How did we become so dependent on pitch correction? Well, people had to get together, bands that got together, they played, they toured. So that's a whole other work ethic that I know nothing about. Because look, let's face it, guys. I'm just a guy who's sitting here in a studio, and I've made this my career. Yeah, you know what? Don't get me wrong, you know, it's like I've been able to, you know, do this for a living, and I've been doing this for a long time. I've been a full-time musician without ever going on the road for like 12 years. That's worth something, right? But man, the work ethic that goes into being in a band and developing a voice, whether you have the range of Chris Cornell or the range of Eddie Vedder, a 2-octave range or a 4-octave range, that kind of thing, when you're developing a voice, only happens through repetition. Like, you know, those old school guys, people say that they don't make legends anymore, because those old school guys and girls, it was years and years of not only practice, but repetition and being out there, because there was no choice. There was no, none of this. You know what I mean? There was none of this.
Black curtain bands as he bends the pig dog end when it goes down till the bar and warms his feet.
This guy's got to be high or something on something. Maybe not. I'm just assuming this, and if my assumptions are wrong, then I apologize. But maybe he's just high on the music, because he is 100% there and not there at the same time, which is probably where you should be when you're performing. And that's a lot of great performances is that it's an outer body experience. You know what I mean? If you've had a really good performance.
Feeling alone, the armies of the roads, salvation and a bone, and a cup of tea.
Salvation, Alamo, and a cup of tea. I like that line. Very artsy. You know, this sound, think about the atmosphere that's coming out of those speakers, and it's all done live. A lot of people have backing tracks, which is fine, because you know what? With the project I'm working on right now, with Joey, my producer, I'm sure there's probably going to have to be some kind of backing tracks. It's a lot of modern production. So I have nothing against that, but boy, is it such a different animal when you've got people who are recreating that sound live. The keyboards, the acoustic clean guitars, different time, man, different time. And we ain't getting there unless there's like a major reset. There's like a great flood or something, like if there's like a Noah's Ark situation or something, and then we can kind of like come back to this eventually when it's found again, you know, because now it's just like a lot of people trying to be this. You can't try to be this. It's either you're this or you're not.
Back when my friends, don't you start away uneasy. When you pour out salt, you see, it's only a me.
Listen to that bass, man. Woo!
You still remember December's foggy breeze, when the ice that hangs onto your beer was screaming at the name. You got your rattling our friends, the deep sea divers out.
How do you write this shit, man? I don't know. That's the thing that really got me, was the bass line right there. And if you listen back to that.
It's only a me.
And then the guitar.
You still remember.
Again, this is at a time where people didn't give a shit what they looked like. This guy looks fine. The rest of the band looks fine. But man, there was nobody trying to conceal their receding hairlines, which I respect. Tried to conceal my receding hairline for many years because, I mean, it's a look thing. I have enough hair that I wanted to keep what I got. So I did what I had to do. You know what I mean? But I got no problem shaving my head if it comes down to it. But these guys don't give a f***, and that's what I like about them.
December's foggy breeze, when the ice that hangs onto your beer was screaming at the name. You got your rattling our friends, the deep sea diver sounds, and the flowers bloom like madness in heaven's spring.
Yeah! It's got a little bit of like a Don McLean. I kind of feel like this is like the bye bye Miss American Pie type vibe right here. By the way, let me just say that I don't think that they should have beat Metallica, but I'm biased because Metallica is one of my favorite bands in life, still to this day. So.
Sun streaking cold, I know they're wandering lonely, taking time the only way he knows.
Yeah!
Like hurting bands.
That guitarist is my favorite. That guy, look at him.
You down just to pick a target when it goes down to the bottom warms his feet.
Listen, man, I don't know how you go about writing lyrics like this because I don't know what this song's about. I have no idea. I can't even begin to try to figure this out because at first I thought it was about some kind of predator. Now I'm just like at a loss because what is Aqualung anyway? It's a homeless man. All right, that makes more sense. That it's a portable breathing apparatus for divers. Maybe that's like a metaphor. It's like you're underwater, like you didn't keep your head above water. You're underwater. This is your Aqualung. You found your Aqualung, which helps you survive underwater. So that makes sense if he's a homeless man. And they look homeless, which fits the part. That's the thing. They look homeless on stage.
start away and easy. When you pour out salt, you see it's only me.
All right, I just got this thought in my mind, and I don't know why this just came to me, because they sound nothing like Tool, but something tells me that Maynard has some kind of subconscious influence of this guy at times. They sound nothing alike, but something about that last phrase just kind of like a signal to me saying, Maynard's probably influenced by them in some way. Or not. Maybe he doesn't like them at all. This guy looks like some biblical figure. I feel like this is like an episode of Beavis and Butthead. I'm sorry. You're probably clicked thinking I was going to do a vocal analysis, and then now all I'm doing is talking about receding hairlines and why Metallica should have won. But I assure you that I am thoroughly enjoying the music. This is an experience for me because I've heard the name Jethro Tull 2 times. Them beating Metallica during the Grammys, and them being mentioned in the movie Big Daddy with Adam Sandler. Hell yeah, man. Yeah. That's a hell of a keyboard player. I'll tell you what, this is the kind of music that should come back. I'm down for that. People, they've been talking about for years, someone's got to bring grunge back. Why grunge, man? Go into something like this. These are like hidden gems now. This isn't very popular anymore. I don't see a lot of people even talking about this kind of stuff or referencing this kind of stuff. This is due to come back. Or I should say, instead of saying come back, people should take influence, and then make something else. Woo! So this was 1982, which is I guess the 80s didn't even fully find their identity yet. So this is still got that 70s, And we got Waldo on guitar over here, or bass. That dude rips, man. That's what I love about this band, is that you hear every instrument perfectly clear and balanced. And everyone's got a very important role here,
Aqualung, my friend, don't you start away uneasy. Or you pour out salt, or you see it's only
I like that. Oh, see, it's only me.
me.
Nice.
Oh, it's only
What?
me. Hey, digga, digga, digga.
I love that right there. Ah, digga digga da.
Only me.
I love that.
Hey, digga, digga, digga.
Hell yeah. Dun, dun.
Hey, sitting on the park pedestal. White little girls with bad intent.
Are you sure this is about a homeless man, or a homeless man has ulterior motives? Sorry.
Stopped running down his nose. My crazy fingers smearing shabby clothes.
Yeah, this guy's voice is interesting. It exists somewhere in this. It's kind of like this compressed, bright, short, nasally approach that's got grit at times. I always say finding your voice doesn't necessarily mean finding some big range that's unattainable for most people. Some people just have that. Some people work up to it because that's what they want. But you can do so much, and there's so much identity sometimes in just singing like yourself and singing simple. Plus, obviously, this guy's skills are multifaceted.
He's crying in the cold sun. Watching as a friend and his run.
That was cool. Panties run. He's got like this run. That bite, that rasp there that I really like. Before singing vocals like this, it's really important to warm up, so I've created a free vocal warm-ups course to help you warm up to sing anything you want, and also explore the capabilities within your voice. And if you're interested in that, go directly below in the description or in the pinned comment below. Let's keep going.
That feeling like a dead duck, snatching out pieces of his
Broken luck. You know, sometimes I feel like a dead duck too. These runs are really cool. The kind of reminds me of Black Sabbath a little bit. I don't think they're a metal band, are they? But were they in the heavy metal category when they beat Metallica in the Grammys? Yeah, they won the first ever Grammy for Best Hard Rock and Metal Performance in 1989. Wow. That was the first ever metal and rock category? That's kind of surprising to me. You know, rock never had a chance. If that was the first, 1989, what, we had one good decade of rock before the mainstream started ignoring it again? Yeah. I'll tell you what, man, they seem like one of these bands that has like a die-hard following because they're all clapping and stuff. They know all the words. The band commands a presence. They all do. The singer commands a presence. He's got a lot of personality and character. You know, sometimes it makes me think about, like, I've always been the kind of singer. I want to sing all different types of stuff, and that was the basis of my channel for many years, is taking a song and performing it in different styles, and sing high notes, sing low notes, have like this big range and showcase that. It's something that some days I can't do because my voice just doesn't agree with me. I still have it. There are days where I can do a lot of the stuff that I've always done in videos, but there are some days where, you know, I'm reminded that our instrument is an extension of us. It's a part of our body. We're human. We're not perfect. And I listen to something like this. I listen to a band like this, and it's a reminder that you don't need to be some world-class vocalist to make an impression. So for those of you who are watching and you're like, I wish I could sing higher, but I can't. My voice doesn't allow me to go past a certain amount. Find that sweet spot in your voice that you're good at. Because I can tell you, there are people who've come to me and says, you know, here, I can do this. And they rip like the lowest guttural death metal voice, right? And they're like, you know, like even lower than that. Just and I'm like, my mind is blown. Like, but man, you know, I really want to be able to scream high. And it's like, bro, I can't do what you just did. And I'm like, you can train your voice, you can finesse your voice in a way that you can get those notes in maybe a slightly different way than some of these singers that you want to sing like. But sometimes you're born with a gift that you need to hone your own way, you know? So watching this guy is all I'm saying. And I know this is a little long-winded. Watching him made me think of this because, objectively speaking, he's a good vocalist. He's decent, but he's a part of something bigger than his voice. He's in a band that has made a mark, that has fans, that have this cult following. They've written music, authentic music with authentic lyrics. They've got their own personality. You cannot take that away from this band or this singer. That's more important than having a huge voice. Now listen, is it necessarily my cup of tea? This is cool. For me, I have to give them another shot. I got to listen to other songs. I like harmonies. I like the higher singing. I would say that they're a great band, and this is really cool. But they're not better than Metallica. No, I'm kidding. So thank you so much for watching. Before singing vocals like this or attempting anything you hear me sing in this video or anybody sing, it's important to warm your voice up. So I've created a free vocal warm-ups course. How to warm up to sing anything you want. So if you're interested in warming your voice up and exploring the capabilities within your voice, check it out directly below in the description or the pinned comment. Thank you for watching.